this video, we will create a simple catching ball game in Scratch. Here is a quick preview of the game in action. You control a ball using the arrows keys, catching falling balls. For each ball you catch, your score increases and the ball's costume changes. But if you miss 3 balls, it's game over. Ready to learn how to make it? Let's get started. First, let's set up the backdrop. Backdrop means background in Scratch. Click the Choose a Backdrop button and pick one you like for the game. Next, we need a sprite to be our player. Click Choose a Sprite and select the bowl sprite. Now we will add code so the bowl can move left or right when you press the arrows keys. Select your bowl sprite and follow these steps. Go to the Events category and drag the When Green Flag Clicked block into the code area. Go to Control and add a Forever block under it. Go to Control again and drag the If Then block inside the Forever loop. Go to Sensing and choose the Key Pressed block, placing it inside the if statement. Choose the right arrow from the drop down. Go to Motion and drag the Change X by 10 block under the if statement. This will move the bowl right when the right arrow is pressed. Duplicate this code and change the second if condition to key left arrow pressed. Just select the left arrow from the drop down and set change x by -10 to move the bowl left. Next, we will add the falling ball sprite. Choose the ball sprite and now let's make it fall from the top of the screen. Go to Events, drag the When Green Flag Clicked block into the ball's code area. Go to Motion and add the Set Y to 180 block. So the ball starts at the top of the screen. Go to Control and add a Forever block. Go to Motion and use the Change Y by -5 block to make the ball move downward. Now the ball will fall continuously. We want the ball to reset and go back up when it reaches the bottom. Let's add a condition for that. Go to Control and drag an if then block inside the forever loop. Go to Operators and get the less than block. Go to Motion and insert the Y position block into the first part of the less than block. In the second part, write -180. This is the bottom of the screen. Inside this condition, add set Y to 180 to make the ball go back to the top. To make the game more interesting, go to Motion and add Go to Random Positions. So the ball starts falling from a random position each time. Now let's detect when the ball touches the bowl and make it reset. Go to Control and add another if then block inside the forever loop. Go to Sensing and drag the touching bowl block into the if condition. Inside this condition, add set Y to 180 and go to random position. So the ball resets to the top. Go to Sounds and add the block Play Sound. You can choose your sound and place it in the condition where the ball touches the bowl. So it plays a sound when the ball touches the bowl. Let's add a score system so we get points when the ball is caught. Go to variables and click make a variable to create a new variable. Name it score. Click create. Now drag the block set score to 0 and place it under the when green flag clicked block to reset the score when the game starts. In the if condition where the ball touches the ball, add the block change score by 1 to increase the score. So whenever the ball touches the ball, our score increases by 1. Now let's make the game more challenging by adding a health system. If you miss catching the ball 3 times, the game will end. Create another variable and name it health. Add set health to 3 under the green flag click block to start with 3 lives. In the if condition where the ball reaches y equal to minus 180, bottom of the screen, add the block change health by minus 1 to reduce health by 1 when the ball is missed. Under this, add another if then block. Go to operators and add the block equal into the if statement. Now in first part of this, get your variable health into this and set it to 0. It means if health is equal to 0, inside this add broadcast block from events. Create a new message, name it game over. Now we need next block from the control category. Get this block stop all under the broadcast game over message. It means when the health go to 0, our game will be over and it will stop the script. Finally, let's display a game over message and reset the game when the player loses. Go to events and use the when I receive block and choose the game over message inside it to detect when the game is over. Now go to looks and add say hello for 2 seconds block. Replace hello with a custom message using join blocks from the operators category. Inside the first part, write game over, your score is, and in the second part, insert the score variable. After that, we will reset the game. Just go to variables and drag this block set score to 0. Now get one more block, set and choose the health. Set health to 0. This means when the game over, our score will change to 0 and health will be 3 again. It means it restarts. Let's take the game to the next level by adding some visual and sound effects. First, we will change the ball's costume every time it's caught and add background music to make the game more engaging. To add a variety, let's change the ball's costume whenever it's caught. Here's how. Go to Costumes tab for your ball sprite. Click Choose a costume and select another type of ball from the options. Now you should have two different costumes for your ball. Next, go to the Looks category and drag the Change Costume block into the section of code where the ball touches the ball. Now, when you catch a ball, it will change to a different costume. Let's test it out. Now, let's add some background music to our game to make it more fun. First, go to the Events category and drag the When Green Flag Clicked block to the code area. Then, go to Control and get the Forever block. This ensures the music will loop continuously. Next, go to the sound category and drag the play sound until done block inside the forever loop. By default, there is only one sound available, but we can add more. Click on the Sounds tab and then click Choose a Sound. From here, click on Loops and browse through the options. Select a background music loop you like. Go back to your Code tab, click on the Sound block and choose the new sound from the drop down. Now your game has music playing in the background, adding an extra layer of fun. Now go ahead and try it out. And that's it. We have built a fully functional catching balls game in Scratch, complete with score, health, costume change, background music, and game over features. You can try adding more features or customizing the sprites and sounds to make the game your own. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.